We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40. There goes Mark Ingram, the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
From the 44, Minshew. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado.
Minshew's pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
8, Jaguars nothing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Complete to Tyler.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
On first down, this is Geis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And it's 3rd.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Ravens 8, Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off 4.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards.
At the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Complete to
Tyler Eifert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
First down, Jaguars.
Down. 60-4.
It'll be Minshew again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Minshew's pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line.
So they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the ground, Geis, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now Minshew. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Jaguars 21, Ravens 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
21, Mark Ingram.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And here comes Westbrook. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He'll check it down to Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, winning the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Jaguars.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Back at the 26-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the late signee, the former Falcon, Devontae Freeman. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Geis. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Geis, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Geis on the counter. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A 3-yard pickup.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
3-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Again, Jackson flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And Jackson throwing once more. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Jaguars 34, Ravens 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold up, flat.
They'll run with Geis. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Today's final score,
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Jacksonville, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the